Hello, happy Friday, and welcome to another talk by Hybrid. With Dimitri Stefanin, your host. Hi, Christiana.
Hi, Dimitri. How are you?
I'm really great, and you?
Good. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. So let me do a small introduction about our speaker today. Christiana Potsidou is a self-driven, highly motivated marketeer with great experience in the food industry. She's a communications expert for more than 15 years, and she's now product manager of the Mighty Kitchen, an innovative, sustainable Cypriot startup that produces plant-based chicken meat alternatives. So today we're going to talk about fried chicken without the chicken, and I'm so intrigued to learn about how is it going from a global brand into a local startup. You have worked with a mega brand, KFC, for more than 5 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
You've taken roles that are leading into the local market. You've experienced the global launches, tasting and experiencing new product offerings into the market and abroad. And I want to share with our audience firsthand what it's like to be working for a global brand like KFC, and then move on to the Mighty Kitchen.
So working with KFC was, I think, a life experience. You can't learn what you learn in a company like KFC in business school. And it was really interesting because I had the opportunity to work in a really established and recognized company, Cypriot, which is Andrea Baraskevaidi, and at the same time work with one of the biggest, most recognizable brands in the world, which is KFC. And the structure and the way they mold the people and the marketing exposure and the knowledge you have is really impressive. So KFC as a brand is a really people first. They really believe in their people and invest in their people. And by saying people is their own staff, their guests, the communities. So based on that pillar, they really invest in people development and being people first. So the exposure and the development you had at KFC was amazing. And having that marketing exposure of traveling to Russia, all over Europe, the US, being trained, being exposed with all these different cultures, sharing insights, what works, what doesn't work, and at the same time developing you. Because working with them, I had the opportunity to be developed as a leader and being recognized as a leader. Working as a top marketeer with them and being recognized as one of the best marketeers in Europe. And then developing innovating products and having Barbara Bean, which is the number 2 in Yum, which is the person that knows the secret recipe and created the hot wings. Actually giving you a recognition about products we developed in Cyprus and telling us you made Cyprus proud with your team. And those products being now sold all over the world. It's an amazing experience that you take all of these learnings and you apply them as a person and to the rest of your career. So you can't replace it.
It's really interesting because we've worked together in the past when I was working in an advertising agency managing the KFC brand, and it was very fascinating that there was a top-down communication from the mother brand to the local brand and even with the agency. And I think this type of communication and culture within the organization gives a differentiating factor that gives you the opportunity to identify what goes well in a market or find new opportunities, find new segments, new niches for the market. But I wanted to ask you about your experience now with the Mighty Kitchen. What's different from what you were doing in KFC, and then move on to the purpose?
So the Mighty Kitchen is a startup from Cyprus, a really innovative company, and we make chicken without the bird. So joining this team, and when I met the founders, Yorgos and Luisa, they're really inspiring people, and they really believe in the social aspect of what we do and a higher purpose within the company. So it seems like a natural fit to navigate from a global brand and a really established company in Cyprus to a startup and apply all of these learnings into creating a brand from scratch and creating products from scratch to serve that purpose. And it's a shift, it's a change. You don't have global support. You don't have 100 people and research and all of the assets and huge marketing budgets to work with, but you need to believe in what you do and believe in your capabilities and knowledge and go forward. And that's one of the benefits with KFC. They have given me the confidence to apply what I know. They've given me a huge network of people I know that I can reach out for advice if I need to. But at the same time, really understand the market and see the need and the purpose of this business. So the Mighty's purpose is evolve food culture, which is really a really strong statement. The company believes that we have a broken food industry system. The system is not sustainable. The way we produce meat, we produce food and distribute food, it's not sustainable. The amount of resources you need to farm animals or to grow, and the investment you put in, like raising a chicken, you for every 9 calories you put in, you get 1 calorie back. That's broken. Versus plant-based foods, where for every 1 calorie you get 1 calorie back. So it's more sustainable, and our founders recognize the need of really sustainable but nurturing and realistic in flavor products. So versus other companies that invested mainly in beef, we invested in chicken as to start with. And that's how making chicken without the bird and Mighty Kitchen came about.
Mm-hmm. I'm really interested to know how purpose has been embedded into both brands, because purposeful marketing is a really big buzzword nowadays. Everyone uses purpose to tap on their audience and reach out to new segments, or even manage to maintain a healthy relationship, or even for political purposes. I mean, there are mega brands who are using purpose just to avoid tax, let's say, or signify a unique selling point that is non-existent. So I wanted to learn and let us know what is the different perspective of purpose between KFC and the Mighty Kitchen.
The best phrase I've heard the past year is that purpose is the new digital. Which is really fun because you had this phrase the past decade, 15 years of marketeers trying to understand digital and embed practices and say we need to be digital first and innovating, and you hear all of this buzzword of being disruptive and distinctive, and you need digital, and you embed digital in your marketing plan. And now you have this buzzword of purpose, and you have a lot of brands, even startups, that recognize a need, and to serve that need and create that product, they think they have a purpose. But that's the differentiation of a successful brand versus a non-successful brand. If you don't have the purpose and you have that northern star to know where you're going at, you will still have a product that becomes irrelevant and you don't innovate. That's what I think set apart like Tesla or Netflix. They knew the purpose and they embedded it so much in their culture that it helped them innovate and move forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know the story with President Kennedy that went to NASA, and he saw a janitor and asked him, "What do you do here?" He said, "Mr. President, I'm helping take a man to the moon." That's an example of the company's purpose being embedded everywhere. So with KF, you need to, your purpose needs, you need to live and breathe and the purpose and be in everything you do. And that's the big difference. So you You have brands that make a mission statement and a purpose statement, and you put it in a booklet and your brand book, and you communicate it to people. And you said, okay, I'm done, now go to business. And you don't embed it in every aspect of what you do. So with KFC had like the golden nuggets of marketing, right? So they have a secret recipe, which is marketing heaven. And you have a very real person with a successful, inspiring story. Really struggled until he was 65. He took his pension money to create KFC and a secret recipe that was back of the door. That's a very inspiring.
The whole archetype from poor to riches.
Exactly. And the Colonel Sanders wanted to create a successful business, and he was a really inspiring person. But at the same time, he was preaching about food being the great equalizer of people. You might have $1 million, you might have $1 in your pocket. When you sit in the table and eat fried chicken, you're still gonna eat it with your hands. So it's you're equals. So it's everything is around that. Okay, but that was one of the case studies of a company that started with a purpose and kind of lost it in the way and found it back. So KFC went through a whole rebranding of creating an internal brand purpose, which is always original. And it's really important because it goes back to the original recipe, the Colonel Sanders being an original person, and inspiring people to be original. And it's really deep. And then they created the Be Your Best Self, Make a Difference, and Have Fun. Be Your Best Self is what I said before, is a company that is people first, invest in their people. They say that the experience of our guests will never exceed the experience of our people. So you see that purpose that is really embedded, but they went through a rebranding and they went through retraining and calibrating their people to have this purpose, right? So they went through a curve. That's why it's important, even with startups, that yes, I recognize a need or a niche, and I'm creating a product, but this product needs to serve a purpose. And that's the difference I'm seeing with the Mighty Kitchen. So plant-based is nothing new. Veganism and the need to protect the environment would be against, it's nothing new. Companies like Corn has been going on, they are my age. Vivera was founded in the 90s. Like the plant-based foods and meat alternatives like tofu, seitan, jackfruit, they've been going on for years, right? It's nothing new. But you had the boom with Beyond and Impossible in the US 2019. And then you had all of these people attracting attention to plant-based, but there were other, like us, we were founded in 2018. A lot of startup and challenging brands went in this field of recognizing, so we need realistic, sustainable meat alternatives that actually taste good and mimic meat in nutrition, in texture, in flavor. So you had a lot of brands coming in. But I'm seeing at the same time brands that are coming in and join because it's a trend and they don't have a purpose. So when the market gets oversaturated, these are the brands that are going to stop to exist. It's like the trend with frozen yogurt. Like everyone saw the frozen yogurt as opportunity, they go in, they go out. But with companies like the Mighty, because the purpose of evolving food culture is in everything we do. So you see our products, which are the plant-based chicken, but at the same time, we have other pillars we're developing. So we're developing plant-based ingredients like plant-based fats that are going to be in our products, but are going to be sold to other companies as well to improve their products. We are creating a data prediction tool that is going to cut down on production cycles and costs, so you can produce products quicker. So we care more about evolving food culture and improving the industry than saying, oh, this is competitors. The other people are competitors. So we're gonna beat them to the punch. We're not gonna share our knowledge. No, it's a community, and it's what Tesla did. For example, they created the electronic car, but they created charging stations through America for other electronic cars.
For the whole ecosystem.
Exactly, because they care about creating a sustainable transportation system based on energy. So they don't see other electronic arts as competitors. They're partners into achieving a goal. That's the same with us. We want to challenge the food industry. Even meat producers are not our competitors. We want to work with them to be able to get their production more sustainable, use better practices, reduce the amount of meat you use. Maybe in a burger, you don't use the same amount of meat. You can use pea protein or other ingredients to reduce the amount of meat you use. There's so many solutions. That's our goal. So in everything we do, from having a green office and recycling, not wearing leather, for example, because it's animal cruelty, things like that are embedded in our culture, and it's in everything we do. Even if we're in the business, outside of the business, we do it. It doesn't mean I don't eat meat. I might eat meat. I'm not a vegan, I'm a flexitarian. We have our people that eat meat every day, but they believe in the purpose of what we do. And that's the difference. And I think that's what sets us apart. And because we had that purpose from the start, all of our branding, our marketing, our business strategy is around that. And if you truly believe it, and every people you bring in the company, you make sure it's a cultural fit, and they're truly gonna believe, that's how we grow. So we went from 2 people to now 7 people. We grow, and we are now in 5 countries. So it's helping us, right? Versus other businesses that say, oh, plant-based is a trend, we need to add plant-based to our menu, and then they might drop it. That's the difference of having a purpose and really believing in it versus going to something that is trendy.
It's great because your answer leads me to the following questions and my thought process about the meaning of purpose, or the purpose of purpose, better say. To my understanding, purpose is like a sacrifice you need to make for the greater good, or a cost for your company. Maybe the things you should do to make the right thing work. But at the same time, brands and businesses and organizations need to make profits, and they shouldn't be ashamed of it. We create a new business, a new company, because we want to make profit. But is there space for both having a meaningful purpose that serves the industry or the community or the society, and at the same time make profit?
Yeah. So making a profit in business shouldn't be a dirty word. Like, if you're an entrepreneur, you want to make profit. It is not mutually exclusive, right? So having a purpose is the higher reason of existing other than making a profit. So you should be finding a way to combine them, right? And businesses that have a purpose, you see them succeeding and being sustainable, and even in terms of in periods of crisis, being able to be there. And businesses that truly believe in their purpose are more sustainable. So take the example of the toll, okay? So their purpose is protect what you love. And they created a portfolio of products, very diversified than competitors, right? That during a crisis, they came on top. Should they be ashamed that during the COVID era, they made millions? No, because their mantra was to protect what you love, and they created the products without knowing there was going to be a global pandemic. And during a global pandemic, their products were the first to fly off the shelf.
Yeah, but maybe they could give out their product half the price, or give it away for free at some cases. Maybe that will be more purposeful instead of making more.
Then you go into corporate social responsibility and CSR initiatives. It's the difference. Having a purpose is a long process, and it embeds in everything you do. Being responsible towards a community and doing a charity, or, as you said, a discount, maybe giving it out for free, that's a tactic of the purpose. So there's a lot of misconception of having a purpose being a social responsibility, or businesses say, oh, to be socially relevant, we need CSR, and they confuse the two. A purpose could be something that has social impact, like Tesla, like what we do. Like a lot of businesses go through having a social impact, but at the same time, a purpose could be sparking joy, connecting people. Not all of the businesses can have a social impact, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they can be socially responsible. That's the balance. But you see businesses, I've read in a brand and their mission statement that we want to be we want our operations to be sustainable for the planet, but nothing in their operation shows that they do anything that has to do with the planet or being sustainable. That's marketing doing their job and putting a mission statement out there, but not embedding in the culture.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. If you do something, do it and embed it in the culture and embed it in your operations and your marketing and your people, and really culture it and calibrate people's minds. What KFC did, it really invested hundreds of dollars and euros to train everyone and do events and embed the culture. And you needed to go through this and actually believe it to be able to work there. If you didn't believe in the purpose, you weren't the right fit, right? It's not
Yeah, of course.
something to be ashamed of. If you're not the right fit, you're not the right fit. You need to do what's best for the business and the purpose. But if you just give out a mission statement, it's just a buzzword that you say and you do some actions just to show, because there are reasons that says like 91% of millennials will choose a brand that is more expensive versus another brand if they believe it's socially responsible. So when you see that trend, or you see Generation Z having same statistics, 85% who convince their family to use a product that is more expensive and socially responsible, they say, "Oh, see this research? We will increase our sales if we prove we are socially responsible." It's just a sales tactic.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference of the businesses that will succeed versus businesses that will not. You need to believe in it and invest in it and actually execute and not use it as a marketing tool. It was really funny to you. Another time we were talking, Philip Kotler said that purpose should be the fifth P of marketing.
Yeah.
But if it's the fifth P of marketing, then it's product, price, place, promotion, and then purpose.
Maybe it
And
should
you
be the
need
first.
you should be the first. But yeah, it's nice that it's actually recognized that it should be in your plan, but it should be the crucial part of your plan. Because if purpose is key, every decision you make for people, operations, marketing, product, it will go back to that. Am I serving my purpose?
Yeah, but usually, to me, profit contradicts purpose, and the real vision behind the purpose is profitability. That's why a lot of brands focus into treating something instead of finding a solution from the root, because treating something gives you an opportunity to maintain a purposeful statement and keep on doing things and keep on engaging buyers and potential buyers.
That's what you say is the difference of creating a purpose for a marketing as a marketing tool and investing in CSR and not a social purpose to treat a problem versus having a purpose and being part of the solution of the problem. I think that's the differentiation there. And being part of the solution doesn't mean you won't make money.
Okay.
But I don't think all of the businesses will be able to do that. Like if you make mugs, for example, like you make laptops, you make, I don't know, furniture, it's not that you can be part of a really impactful social purpose, but you can adjust like IKEA did. Like they reduce the cost of their products by changing things in their operations, the packaging, the pickups, things like that. Walmart, like their statement is, we help you save money to make your lives better.
Yeah.
You know, so they still make money, but they do it in such a way, and they pick their products and they create those economies of scale because their higher purpose is to help save people's money, to make their lives better. That's still a way to go about it and have a social aspect, right? At the same
Definitely.
time.
Yeah, I mean, the creation of hybrid came about through my own belief that I was selling media plans and taglines for 5 years. Okay, I got bored of that, and I wanted to bring about real return on investment for brands and companies out there, and more of that, bring local impact through marketing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you are a business and you want to establish your company, you want to profit of it, and I think it's crucial that we draw a line between businesses that were founded solely based on their purpose, and then businesses that are doing good and they're growing and they're profitable, and they want to get another spoon of the cake and they want to grow the cake, so they embed color in their activities. So what came first for the Mighty Kitchen? Was it purpose added from the get-go, or
Look,
was it embedded later?
no, it was, I think it came hand in hand. So our founder, George, is a vegan, has been a vegan for many years, and going through veganism and educating himself, he saw firsthand how broken the system is, and reading about everything. But at the same time, he recognized the need of quality plant-based products. So he said, we have something in our culture which is principle over preference. So we have a principle. It doesn't mean that we don't like meat or he doesn't like meat or the taste of meat, but his principle is against animal cruelty and to protect the environment. So the principle came first, and they said, okay, I'm an entrepreneur. There's an opportunity here. What can I do? So he blended the two, but that was really important because then he went on, and it's a fascinating story how the company was created. He saw the need, he recognized the need based on his beliefs, and then he sought after to find the right partner to create the business, and he found Luisa, that's also an animal lover. She cares a lot about the environment. She's the brains behind the technology, and they married their two capabilities, and they created the company, and they started working on the prototypes, and then we grew as a team. Wow. So it came hand in hand, and then George really focused on getting people on board, that they were the cultural fit, and that they love what Mighty stands for, right? And
even the word mighty gives you a brand essence that signifies that you're about to make change.
That's what we do. We are a challenger brand, and we want to. We work with one of our biggest partners in the UK is a meat producer, but we work with them to reduce the number of meat he uses in his product, and we work with them to add plant-based heroes in their product. So it's being again part of the solution and challenging change. And when we talk with huge businesses that are meat producers, the start is, we are meat, we are traditional, but having these conversations with them, yes, we want to sell out of it, but at the same time, we are educating and we are helping people understand the need and the why we do the things we do. And that's the real, when you go home and you sleep at night and you sleep feeling that you made a change. I think that's one of the important things of our generations, wanting to work with companies that actually make change and they make a positive impact on anything we do. Yeah. And I love that I'm seeing my eldest son is 12, and I see him and his friends preaching about plant-based. He loves eating plant-based. He's against zoos because it's promoting animal cruelty. So you see the younger generation demanding from our generation to protect the environment and to protect the planet that they are going to live in. And that's really inspiring to be part of a company that will create a better future for my kids.
Mm-hmm. And what is the goal, the immediate targets for the Mighty Kitchen?
So for the first year at least, that last year we focused a lot of increasing our portfolio of products. We now have 5 really strong products of chicken meat alternatives. We have the star product, which is the fillet, mimics exactly what chicken does in flavor, in texture, in look. We have our gyros, nuggets, strip tenders, and meatballs. So now this is the year of where we produce our products to the market. So our goal is to officially launch in retail, in restaurants in Cyprus, Greece, and Dubai.
Wow.
We already have deals working on. We have our deals in Portugal, Spain, and the UK as a provider, as a partner there. But these 3 countries we want to launch as the Mighty and seeing our products in the stores, in restaurants. We already start working with some of the restaurants on our pilot base. On our website, you can go in and order sample packs of the product until the retail packs come in March, but we're already in discussions with really large supermarkets in all 3 countries to launch the products and with restaurants. So within the year, you're going to see bigger launches of the product. Yeah.
Great.
And soon we're going to be adding more countries as we go.
Wow. And what is your single piece of advice for brand managers and marketeers who are looking to invest in their brand purpose?
To actually believe in it. You need to believe in it. You can't just write a marketing purpose and put it in a book and forget about it. You really need to live and breathe your purpose. And as marketers, we have a responsibility because a lot of businesses are marketing first, and marketing affects sales and operations and the way we present and talk to our customers and talk to our internal staff. So if marketing really believes it, it can affect change within the business that will affect change outside of the business. So if you do go through that route, don't use it because it's a buzzword, or don't use it because you see it as a trend. You need to really believe and support and advocate having a right purpose, because it's the right thing to do, to be responsible, but at the same time, it will help your business be sustainable in the long run.
Mm-hmm. It's really interesting because marketing can work as a facilitator for a lot of things.
Yes.
Starting from the consumer, going within the organization, impacting the society, growing the economy. Marketing has a lot of capabilities, and it's all a matter of intention. So I think having a great purpose that is true to your goals and true to the community and the society drives growth, and also is maybe the best recipe, the best secret recipe to deliver great brands.
Yes.
Great. Christiana, I would like to thank you very much for your time. It was a very insightful talk. Your knowledge and expertise on the subject was very valuable, and I'm sure our listeners on the podcast will find it very interesting. And we'd like to wish you and your team a good year, a mighty year of successes.
Hopefully.
And talk to you soon.
Thank you, Dimitri. Talk to you soon. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye.